new game?
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called?
Dungeon Color.
What the heck?
Spring is right around the corner, here on the bean farm.
And this is our review of
Dungeon Color!
I'd like to thank the publisher for providing me a review copy of the game prior to its release.
Developed by Gagonfe.
and published by our friends over at Qubytegames Studio. And this here barn-burning, brain-busting puzzler came to the Xbox console on March 9th for the cost of $3.99. Okay, here it is. And I'm sure you're probably expecting it. I'm obviously super impressed by the naming convention of this one. Way to take your time and really think this one through, guys. But let's not spend all the time beating them up about the name of the game, because, you know, you really shouldn't judge a book by its cover, right? So, as you see here, Dungeon Color is a simple top-down puzzler that puts you in the shoes, bare feet, of our hero, the Pillsbury Doughboy-looking guy who walks around into flaming colored pots of fire to take on their given color. Oh, who approved of this concept? Every time you walk over one of these flaming pots, it pops open the doors within the maze of the same color. Kind of like my brother-in-law's wedding night. So this pops open the colored doors in the maze to grant you safe passage for those of you seeking refuge in the next area, which would be the player character. That's you. But I just have to ask, if the next area is just more colored doors and flaming colored pots, what's the point here? Why not just stay in this room? Hit these colored pots.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
Well, and I guess that's not really the point of puzzlers, now is it? I was actually pretty well surprised that they didn't include any sort of hint system for fellers like me who cannot seem to find their way out of a wet paper shack. The point here is that the maps continue to increase in size and difficulty until I actually was forced to reach for a guide. Like Bill's from Achievement Land! Yay! Achievement Land! He'll show you the path to escape each level while collecting the full completion along the way in about 35 minutes. Or if you're hard-headed and want to figure this one out for yourself, go right on ahead. Enjoy yourself. Enjoyable. As the one thing this game does do right is provide a real challenge in the later levels. The basic mechanics here are on point, but I found that the game kind of failed to move past the basics or add anything outside these base mechanics. And I will say the game does grind in at a bare bones asking price of $3.99, which is like the cheapest thing on the entire Xbox marketplace that doesn't fall into the Creators Collection beta level of experimental high school computer lab shovelware. The game is a quality build, it is generally fun, and it does exactly what it came to do, and not much more. Overall, it just kind of lacks those extra surprises that make games memorable. I don't know, a few hidden traps, power-ups, secret areas, I don't know. Something that makes you say, "Oh baby, I outsmarted this game." The game does include 50 levels that'll have you coloring the dungeon.
Got it!
I just feel here overall that Dungeon Color just comes in as a bare-bones budget puzzler and is functionally adequate, which is primarily colorful, but just seemed to miss its full potential. What it's worth, it's a fun distraction here on a Sunday afternoon, and we gave it 2
beans out of 5.
Yeah, well, that wraps up that review right there. Here's some notes I took. Where I put the keys to the truck.
So, you know, we make these new review videos every week, so if you're an indie developer or there's something you want to see,
How about no?
Or call a Pootie. Let us know your thoughts and recommendations in the comments down below. Be sure to visit again next week.
As we continue to take humorous stabs at some of the industry's new and upcoming titles.
Who saved the world!
Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time on The Frog.
No embellishments, Hollywood explosives, or exciting helicopter.